Welcome again to Joe's Stunner Boxing. So Raul Curiel of Mexico, 28 years old. He moves to 14 wins with 12 KOs, no draws, no defeats. He beat a good opponent in ELIAS Diaz, stopped him in the 8th round. Both these guys, orthodox fighters. Diaz came in with 12 wins, 7 KOs and 1 defeat and no draws. And the previous defeat was on points. And, you know, Diaz, for the first couple of rounds, he was very, very competitive. You thought Curiel's mind was not on his on his job, you know, was not on the task in hand. And the commentator said something about him. I think he'd become a father for the first time very recently. And you thought, I wonder if that's sort of taken his mind off his work. But perhaps he was just having a look at Diaz. Perhaps he was just trying to get his engine running. Certainly by the 3rd round, although the first 2 rounds, I think I gave Diaz one of them, if not both of them. But by the 3rd round, in the 3rd round, suddenly Curiel started to come to life, and he started to throw very heavy hands and very accurate punches as well. And he was being quite sparse with his punches. He wasn't throwing a lot of combinations. There were periods of each round where not a lot was happening, where there was maybe 10 seconds where he did nothing. He was just looking for the opportunity, and then bang, coming in, you know. Started to go through the gears. By the 5th round, he was landing pretty much at will. I think in the 3rd round, he cut Diaz over the left eye, and that got progressively worse. It wasn't just the cut. In fact, it wasn't so much the cut, it was the swelling that was developing over the left eye. And Diaz was still in there. He was game as hell. But Curiel, by the 5th round, he's landing big uppercuts, big uppercuts. Like I say, orthodox fighter, that right uppercut was something else. But in actual fact, at the end of the 5th round, he landed a right cross. That was a combination. It might have been 2 or 3 punch combination, but the right cross clipped Diaz on the injured eye, and he sort of unhinged his legs. He sort of did a little unicycle back pedal and fell on his backside. But it was at the end of the round, a doctor checked him out. In the 6th round, again, it was Curiel's round, but, you know, Diaz showing a lot of guts, a lot of bottle. 29-year-old guy from California. You know, nothing wrong with the guy. I mean, he's got a degree of talent. He's not going to be world class, but he's got world class guts. But Curiel was really just beginning to turn the screw. It was, you know, it was looking really ominous. 7th round, again, I think before the start of the 7th round, I think the referee said, "You got to show me something here." And to be honest, Diaz, again, he was making Curiel work. He was making him work for those rounds, but there was really only one winner. And in the 8th round, Curiel let a very accurate combination go, which really did clip Diaz when he was on the ropes, and the referee stepped in. It wasn't so much that he was in. Those punches were particularly harmful, particularly hurtful, and it wasn't as if Diaz was in any great, you know, he wasn't really in any worse trouble than he'd been previously. It's just that it was death by 1,000 cuts. And I think the referee thought, I'm going to save this guy, which was it was a great stoppage, very, very good stoppage. But yeah, Raul Curiel moves to 14 wins, 12 KOs, no draws, no defeats. 28 years old, so he's probably in his physical prime. He certainly looks it. He looks like a mature man now. Trained by Freddie Roach. Can he go further? Yeah, you know, this is the welterweight division. Those belts are going to go up in the air at some point when Bud either moves up or retires. And he can be waiting to catch one of them. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. So did you see this fight? If so, comments below. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the like button. Appreciate that a lot. And I'll catch you later. Bye for now.